Hello friends and welcome to this video. Today I will talk to you about another book, and this book is not really the regular kind of books like a storybook or something. It's about spirituality. This is the book that we are going to be talking about. Angels, A New Light on Angels by Diana Cooper. Diana Cooper is an author, obviously, and she writes about spirituality and she gives speeches and all these seminars and also teaches classes where she teaches about her spirituality. Initially I also thought that all these things are not real, like believing in spiritual entities and angels and stuff like that, but I think that we should always try things and then decide for ourselves what works and what does not work. So here's what I learned. So Diana Cooper, she takes us into a beautiful world of angels, and she tells about her own story, how she discovered angels and how they helped her choose her path and go on. And she also talks about the experiences of other people with angels and how angels helped them. So what are angels? She says that angels are high spiritual beings and God has created them to protect His creation, us and all of us, and He uses angels as His messengers. Angels are said to have a very high frequency and thus they are very light beings and we are not able to see them. We humans, we have a very low frequency and that's why we are denser and we are visible to the rest of the world. So I had this question in mind when I started to read about these things. Can we raise our frequencies and become angels? But the answer is no, we cannot become angels. It's like we are trying to become a dolphin, or a dolphin is trying to evolve into a human. That's what the book says. So yeah, that's about it. We cannot be angels. There is this thing about guardian angels, that all of us have a guardian angel assigned to us the time we come on the planet, and we can ask our angel for help. Whenever we do, they will help us, and they will help us in difficult situations as well. Diana says that everything is orchestrated by angels and nothing is a coincidence, and angels are everywhere. She talks about various types of angels, archangels, angels in Bibles, angels of different kinds like peace angels and angels that protect homes and our planet as well. The book has a lot of stories and a lot of examples that tell you and show you how angels communicate with people. And there are two stories that touched my heart the most. Actually, there are a lot of stories that touched my heart, but I will tell you about two of these stories. The first story she tells about is a girl called Janine, and it is a real story. I think according to the book, it is a real story. And in this book, Janine, when she was a very little girl, like 3 or 4 years old, she was able to see her angel, the guardian angel, I think, and she was able to communicate with it. But when she told about it to other adults in her life, they would just ridicule her. Like her grandmother, even, she would say that you're lying and all these things. And it was very difficult for a child to see things like that and being told by other people that these things are not real. And none of this means that I believe that it is real. I don't know, but let's just talk about the book first and then I will talk about what I think. So one day, Janine, it's a little bit difficult for me to say, so I think I will just say J, okay, because I think I'm recording this after a very long time, so it's a little bit difficult for me to be articulate. I don't know if it's even the right word. So Jay, she goes to school and she has a traumatic experience with a teacher, and she starts to feel that she does not deserve an angel, and she doesn't even tell anyone about this experience, and she just stops seeing her angel. As she grew up, Jay, she entered into therapy and it helped her release this bad memory. She learned to forgive herself. She was able to let go completely. Then a wonderful thing happened. She was able to see her angel again. And another very weird thing happened was that her grandmother, she was able to communicate to Jay through the spiritual world, and as it turned out, her grandmother, she was also a psychic and she could also see angels and all these beautiful beings, but she wanted the child to feel normal and she didn't want Jay to undergo the ridicule by other people. So she told her that she was just imagining things. But now that her grandmother, she had moved on to the another level, she was able to understand that she has not done right to Jay, and she was trying to make amendments from the other world by communicating to her daughter. The book has a lot of angel exercises as well mentioned in the very last chapter that can help you connect with your angels and all these things. I know I sound like a fraudulent priest or something, but it's not at all about religion in this book, as Diana mentions. It's just a way that she is able to believe, I think, in herself. And I think we all have all these images in our head. Like, I pray to God, my mom prays to God, and we pray to God. We think that there is some supernatural energy that is there, that is helping us, that loves us, that is guiding us, and it really helps us calm down. So I don't think there is anything wrong with believing in this thing. If you are happy about it, if you feel that it works for you, that it works for you. Why think more? So yes, this is the story of this book, and I think anyone can read this book. It is inspiring, and if you want to follow these exercises, it might be peaceful. I tried to do an exercise and I felt very peaceful. It doesn't always have to be like you're seeing some angel or some being. You could just feel really peaceful and really loved. That's also a positive quality that helps you feel good, I think. That's it. I also want to do a very new thing in this video, because I think I do believe in higher world and a world where there is God and there are all these angels, all these beautiful things that various religions talk about, and they could be helping us. It is possible. Like when I was a little kid, my mom would give us this book of Ramayana. It had this jumble of words, and we were supposed to pick a word, and we would make up all these words. We would pick up these words and it would make a song, line of a song, and then we would go back to that line. It was in Sanskrit, and we would read its meaning. And before doing all that, we were supposed to ask a question, and that meaning was supposed to give us the answer to the question. So I do believe in all these things. So related to the same thing is another thing that is mentioned in the very end of this book, that is this. It also talks about these cards. These are just some cards that have angels on it and some just words of wisdom. So you can use these cards to get some guidance. I have used it twice so far, and I felt very inspired. So I thought about doing it. I am thinking about doing it right now for whoever is watching and myself. So let us do it. Just mixing up the cards. So just mixing up the cards so that we can get a proper answer. Now I'm gonna pick out 3 cards, and they are gonna answer the question that I'm asking, and you can also ask along with me. So you have 3 seconds to ask your question now. 1, 2 and 3. Now I'm gonna pick 3 cards. So I have picked up the 3 cards. The meaning of these cards is that there are 3 cards, and the first card is about the past, second is about the present situation, and the third card, it's about the future. The first card is about acceptance, and it is saying that we should accept ourselves. So the past is telling us to accept ourselves and accept others, and affirm to ourselves that I accept myself and others. Now let's move on to the second card. Second card says imagination. Wow, it's so beautiful. This card is saying that we should be imaginative about our present, and we should picture positive outcomes, and angels are helping us. Now we're gonna read the last card. This is the future, which could be a possible outcome or a result or just anything. The meaning is for you to decide alone. Although I'm reading it, it could mean different things to different people. So just find out your own meaning. The third meaning is celebration. I got this card earlier as well. This is what it says basically, that we should try to find things to celebrate, and it is time for you to look for the joy. The angels are telling us, the universe is telling you to celebrate your life. So I will also celebrate right after recording this video. This is what I wanted to say about these cards. Now let us move on to the second story that I wanted to tell you about. The second story is about an emperor, and some people come into this village, I think, or a town, and the town has an emperor, and they tell everyone that these are they are selling some really expensive clothes, and only really honest and kind and good people can see the clothes. But nobody is able to see the clothes because there are no clothes. They are just lying. The merchant, they are just lying that there are clothes and all this story. This is just a fake story. So the emperor comes and he buys all these clothes, and he is also not able to see these things, but he doesn't want other people to think that he is dishonest, and none of them could see the clothes, but all of them, they are like, oh, we don't want to be called dishonest, so they all lie. And even the emperor, he lies and he buys all these clothes, and then he goes back and puts on the fake clothes, and he comes out and he walks around in the village, and people are like, oh, you look so awesome, and he's just totally naked. But then there is this kid, and he says that, oh, emperor, you're naked, why, go put on some clothes or something. And it just shows us that kids are the purest beings, and they will also always tell the truth. And adults could be like, no, I don't want to be dishonest and all these things. Adults could be swayed, but kids, they will not be swayed. They are honest, they are beautiful, they are little angels. So yeah, that's it, and I will see you next time in the next video with a new book. Bye bye.